Welcome to the first Lightworkers broadcast episode video. I got a very clear download that this needed to happen. So for those of you who are new, hi, I'm Kayla. And for those of you returning, thank you so much for being in this space and for sharing this space with me and co-creating it and cultivating it. I'm feeling called to do a Lightworkers broadcast. So that looks like right now, I feel like I need to do videos at least once a week. So we're probably going to toggle back and forth between whatever topics come through. But the Lightworkers broadcast feels really important. So this is going to be like my free, please have access and connect and create community and, all of these things together in this space. We're going to share information. We're going to go through what's present, what we need to be paying attention to, maybe inviting and working with. I really want to keep the window open, so I hope that the truck sounds aren't terrible. So we're just going to dive in. Today looks like a few different oracle decks, and one of my oldest tarot decks. This one's pretty, it's very ancestral feeling, and so we'll see what wants to come up with that. I won't pigeonhole it. So I would recommend you guys just take a moment. If you're here, if you're paying attention to and receiving and watching these messages, you're here to create change. You're here to bring more light into the world, and that probably means that you're doing a lot of self-work. It probably means that you're in the industry in some way, shape, or form of helping or providing for people, and you're really deep in your own path and your own experience, and you're trying to learn more about yourself. So this is the place to be. This is the place to be. I am cultivating and curating a community where self-aware individuals can go deeper and can have the support that they need in order to support the other people around them and the projects and communities that they're a part of too, right? So I'll invite you to take a moment and just drop in with your breath. This is a collective message. This is not a pick a card. So listen to as much of it as you want. Take whatever resonates and lands for you and just leave the rest. Just take some breaths, settle into your body, settle into your space, and we're going to go ahead and just dive in, and we'll see who wants to be used first, but this is going to wait for a moment. Okay. And we'll see what wants to come through. So we'll start with the Universal Dragon Oracle. I so appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate all of you who interact with these videos. That genuinely does help them go where they need to go. So please comment, share, subscribe. All of those things help a lot. Growing social media channels for free is a lot of work. And so any sort of energetic reciprocity is extremely helpful. It helps to fuel me, and it helps to continue to get the stuff where it needs to go. And then all of my paid containers are available, and they're paid containers, so they support me in that way, right? Revenue is important. So there's a lot of ways to support me in the work I do, and one of them is literally just interacting with these videos as you feel called to. So what's up? What messages are coming through for the Lightworkers? And dragons are just, I'm sure many of you have, okay, right off the bat, really? Everyone who's watching this, I know that this is why I need to be doing this more. I know this is why I need to be on YouTube more. We got family. You guys, we're in this together. And something about this center point has been coming out a lot lately, so I don't know if y'all have also been having some maybe balance stuff going on with the solar plexus. If you're noticing things around your ability to generate energy, to do things, your personal will, your drive, your digestion, your ability to focus and be present with what's coming in and through for you and utilizing this information, right? But family, the center point is drawing a lot of attention right now. The I am point is drawing a lot of attention right now, and noticing how that feels in your body and what's coming through and up throughout that. Also, For those of you who work with crystals, I understand there's plenty of crystals that are like directly connected with the solar plexus. I recently found and purchased this piece of clear quartz that has this insane, and it won't show up great on here, but there's insane etchings in it, and it feels so informational, but it's also one of like the clearest pieces I have. And so I've been programming this and working with it on a solar plexus level and helping to create balance and like understanding of information, and also understanding what I'm digesting, what I'm receiving, and embodying that more easily and alchemizing whatever needs to be alchemized easily, right? So some other things that are coming up are probably a need to be mindful of your gut health, and doing things that are helpful and supportive of the core self. So this looks like a lot of things. This looks like right now you're probably having a lot of instances where you're realizing like you need to fully embody the person that you say you are, or the person that you're like wanting to become. You just have to be that person. You have to make decisions from that person's being, right? You need to show up in that way. So I know this is a lot about the solar plexus energy, and we'll reconnect to this whole family energetic, but the fact that that light is lit up right in the center of its chest, to me says so much about self and individuality, and the fact that like that's what brings us all together, even if maybe sometimes it doesn't feel like that or it doesn't seem like that. Being the most unique, authentic, individual version of yourself is literally just like what we're here to do. That's what we're here to do, guys. That's it. And how are we supporting each other with that? This family feels really good. She perches on the edge of her nest, the precious next generation before her. Oh, with all the eggs at the bottom. I didn't even see all those. At her back is Draco, the sparkling presence of her ancestors watching over her as she watches over her own. This is the sacred structure of our families, and it goes on for generations. This dragon of communal ties is here to remind you to take some time to focus on your family. It may be the family you were born into, it may be the family you chose. Blood can be a powerful bond, but energy and connection can be stronger. Find your family and the people you are drawn to and connect with them. We can lose sight of them while chasing our dreams, and now is the time to reconnect. This is coming, okay, I'll do my best not to get super emotional because I have mascara on and I don't like wiping fucking mascara tears, whatever. Now is a really important time to focus on the concept of family. And like it said, it's like blood or bond, right? So if you're not really close with your blood family, like who are you choosing to spend your time around? Are you married? Like that's your chosen family, you know? Are you close with your spouse's family? Are your friends your family, you know? Like are your plant kin and animal kin more your family? And how can you connect more deeply with those things? I've had this massive reawakening to the need within myself to like have a family, and you know that's something that I take pretty seriously on all fronts. Like I have a lot of chosen family. I love my family. I feel very supported by my family, and I need more. So I have like friends that I would do anything for, right? And these are people that I make the time to connect more with them, and I make sure that I am as present as possible every time that I'm with them. And someone is on the table. Just don't knock it over, bud. He's such a goober. Every time I'm home, he's just like, hey, so you're gonna play with me and pay attention to me, right? Anyway, so yeah, we're, you know, needing to focus more on these family connections. And for a lot of you, that probably means your friends or your spiritual family, right? Or like communal spaces like this. This actually came up in a conversation today because I have a few friends visiting, and we were just talking about the importance of like online community spaces, and whether that's like a Facebook group or whatever, you know what I mean? It's like community is everything, especially right now. I feel like this is a time where so much is coming up and so much is being worked through, and globally there's always so much going on globally, right? I don't think we can deny the fact that right now there's a lot of shit. There's always been a lot of shit. So how can we come back to togetherness and connectedness? You know, this is a really important topic that we're needing to explore right now and deepen with. But yeah, so like I was saying, I've been reconnected with this need to like have a family, and that's something that in the past, you know, I didn't allow myself to fully believe in, and I would choose partners that were pretty actively like against having kids and a whole bunch of other things, a lot of qualities like not wanting to be team players and things like that. And so being in this space of like I want to have a family and I want to be able to like curate space for like communal space for people, um, it's making me move different. I'm choosing differently. I'm responding differently, and it's intense. It's really intense. All of a sudden, I am the person who I've been wanting to be, while I'm also not a mom yet. You know, I'm not married. I'm not in a relationship. So it's like, and I'm showing up as the person, right? Like I'm doing the things and I'm showing up in the way that I want to show up in order to like be fully and authentically myself, in order to align with the right people, you know, the right work, the right person. So yeah, the family. It's right there. Let's get into the subtle body oracle. What are some things that are maybe hindering and or supporting us in connecting with our families, in dealing with familial energy, with our individualism? What's present here that we need to know about? Oh wow, that came up for the TikTok video for today. We got the 6th chakra, so the third eye chakra, self-image and visioning. Makes sense, that tracks. Air element, messaging and change. Yeah, guys, this is big change energy. This is a lot of change. Purple, the yellows, it's solar plexus, guys. It's the I am. Do some research on that if it feels important for you. I can't decide if I want this on or off, so it's just gonna... we're just gonna let it be. Self-image, envisioning, air element, messaging, and change. And I mean, this Gemini season has been really intense with all of the air energy and the thinking, messaging, and change. I'm gonna pull out. So there was something that popped up when I read this card for TikTok. It was envision how the divine sees you, or something along those lines, right? So how does the divine see you? What's your higher self like? What's the absolute like most potent version of you? And the air element, I haven't pulled an element card yet, so I do have to see where this is in the book. So we have chakras, which I kind of already said that. We have the meridians, auric field. Where's the elements? Here we go. Air element, inhale. That stream of incoming air brings with it inspiration, inspired in spirit. Focus on it, then exhale. Ask for help releasing any resistance. This is about like slow and steady, you know, really intentionally clearing and pulling out and getting rid of any of the stuff. Guys, there's a lot of layers to this, and this is why I need to make YouTube videos, because I just need longer form space, and I want to have the space to talk with you guys about this. And if you are ever interested in doing like one-on-one work with me and we can get really nitty-gritty, the link's down there in the description. I do subconscious work and like spiritual consulting. Regardless, this is about like, there's really intense blending and opening of the upper chakras right now, because we are needing to be so in our manifesting mode or creator mode, our visualization, our imagination, childlike joy. We're needing to be in that more right now. We're needing to envision things. We're needing to literally fucking hold our visions as clearly as we can, even when stuff is popping up and just feeling chaotic and crazy and changing, right? Stuff is changing. As you're visualizing, as you're creating this new self-image, as you're connecting with the things that are important to you, as you're creating your values and moving from a different place, like, stuff's going to come in, right? We're clearing and we're making space, and then information comes in. Change happens. We are calling in like the best parts of that, and we are letting go of anything that is keeping us in a resistant state to the change and the shift. Okay. We're gonna keep going. I feel like there's more around that, and it'll just come out as it needs to come out. This is the Rose Oracle. I'm not sure. Some readers put the decks in the description. I've stopped doing that, but if that's supportive for you guys, let me know. I'm happy to share what decks I use. I have a lot, and I love sharing artists and connective tools. That's, the Awake Brand website is coming together, so that will be available soon, and you guys will begin to see what I've been wanting to build, like what I have been building for a while, and it's just this connective resource for people who, whoop, thanks. Okay, it didn't have to go all the way down there. Fuck. Okay. Healing the mother line. Healing ancestral work, mother line growing up. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's all the way back here. Hang on. We're living in a time of complex healing, especially when it comes to the mother line. Collectively, we're facing the intergenerational trauma that colonialism and patriarchy have imprinted on us. So many born to mothers who were not mothered themselves. It's time to mend the chain. So many of our ancestral lines have experienced brutal persecution and separation from the sacred feminine. We've been starved of the Great Mother's unwavering embrace and instead told to look only to a male god in the sky. So many were not taught to see the sacred in all things and the feminine in all her stages as sacred, powerful, and holy. This way of living has gone on far too long, and we're all being called to heal it on behalf of our ancestors, past and emerging. Healing is possible. It may not be straightforward or easy, but it's possible. It can be felt forward and back. Your ancestors, past and future, are singing with you. It's time to release our mothers all the way back. Yep. For what they may not have been able to give. To find a way to cultivate the loving mother within, to treat ourselves with the same deep reverence, adoration, understanding, and compassion that we longed for all along. You can do that for yourself today. You can meet yourself where others could not, and as you do, future ancestors will bless you for finding the courage to release and heal deep. I reach all the way back to the original mother, and I set all the mothers and myself free. Yeah, guys. So some of you might be feeling called to ancestral healing, which I would highly recommend if you find a practitioner that feels good for you. Daniel 4 has, I think it's just ancestralhealing.com or something along those lines, and he has like a directory of practitioners who do the ancestral lineage healing work. I need to find a new practitioner. I had started and I cleared one of my lines, and I've been needing to get back into work with my other 3. That work was life-changing, and it is life-changing. And I've also worked with my friend Siren, who some of you may know, but Siren Wind, she does sound and tone healing. And the first session I ever did with her, what came up was a lot of ancestral wounding. And apparently it was a lot around my solar plexus. There's just a lot of things that are connected really deeply into who I am, what I am, that are not, it's just not true, or it's not viable anymore, It's taken a lot of work. It just is what it is. And we're not always healing, guys. Like there's times for just like bliss and joy and like not thinking about this shit, you know? And when you feel called to do the work, do the fucking work, because it's going to, the more you do it actively as it comes up, the easier it's going to be to move through it. So the more quickly it kind of just like does its thing, and then you can go about living your life. I mean, for me, the past few weeks have like, there's been some stuff, but it's been like relatively blissful and amazing. So like when shit does come up for me during those periods, it's so easy for me to just be present in it. And even though it's uncomfortable, I can do it. You know, this energetic of the ancestral work, the healing, the mother line, the mother, the feminine, receiving. And I'm going to offer like, you know what's best for you and you know what rings true for you. So take this as it resonates. I feel that the mother and the feminine is connected to the left side of the body, and masculine, yang, father is right side of the body. That's me. I've heard it flip-flopped. You know what I mean? So just take what lands for you and make that decision for yourself. So notice if there's specific things happening on the left side of the body that feel like they need attention. And then notice what those body parts are correlated to. Maybe learn about the meridian lines, and just all these things are just really fascinating. But the mother line, growing up, the remothering yourself is so important right now. Honoring the whole concept of the feminine and the nurturing right now. And how does that show up for you? Whether you're male or female or whatever, like it doesn't matter. Like this archetype, this energetic is where we come from, right? And so it is within and connected to all of us. So sit with that and see how it comes up for you and see what's already coming up for you. I have a couple more oracle cards I want to pull, and then we're going to dive into some tarot. This just feels really important. Number 13 is a very feminine number. 1 and 3, new beginnings, support, collaboration. 1 and 3 is 4. 4 is protection, stability, strength, and the card is dignified strength. There's so much strength in being yourself. There's so much strength in the, wow. Talk about you can't make this shit up. Third eye, solar plexus, sacral, creative, I am, expression, strength, shine, Leo, strength. The lion and strength are literally one and the same in the tarot, right? And number 5, this is challenge, this is growth, this is change. If you're seeing a lot of 5s, there's big changes coming. The last time I saw a whole bunch of 5s was right before my ex-partner and I broke up. And I moved into a totally new place, and all this work stuff started changing. So, and I've been seeing a lot of 5s lately, and I'm just like, what you got, God? I'm at the point that I so fully believe that the change is going to be blissful, insane happiness and joy. Like, there's just no other option. And if it's not that, then it's not. But like, no, like I feel that the change is coming is going to fucking knock me off my feet. And I'm already in a place where I'm noticing what's going on in my life, and I feel like I'm preparing myself for something so massive and beautiful to happen that I'm like not going to be able to, it's just going to like take my breath away. And I already feel it. Like I already feel like my solar plexus is lit up. My heart feels open. I feel these like very positive, like gratitude filled joy, excitement. Like I could cry, and I'm trying really hard to hold it in. You know, so like notice if that's been present for you in any capacity, because that's a direction for you, okay? That is a focusing point. Fluorite, great crystal to work with all this stuff. But the fact that there's this energetic of being in your strength and shining and expressing. Being yourself, and that's going to bring these changes like automatically, right? Embodying, like envision and embody. How would that me respond? Do it. I am. This is who and how I be. Let's pull some tarot cards. Let's see how nitty gritty this can get. Or if it's just, it's not extra confirmation, it's gonna be nitty gritty. They're like, bitch.
Oh my god. Did you have to all splat
On the ground? It's fine. I hope y'all have been having a beautiful summer so far. I can't believe June's almost gone. God, I love the way this deck feels. Who else is a reader that has an old deck that's starting to get like really nicely worn in and you're like, wow, this is just like the best feeling. One of my favorite feelings. It's just a nice worn in deck. You don't want to do it. What do you want to do? King of Cups, heron. Some of you may be even seeing herons. I saw a great blue heron the other day. A really spiritual bird. Has a lot to do with your spiritual awakening and ascension. And then King of Cups is like, I mean, that's such a powerful card. I want to see what else comes out around it because I'm curious, like, what this energy is. Knight of Swords, Hawk. Y'all just got two fucking very spiritual birds right off the bat. And Knight of Swords is really, it's very keen, it's very clear, it's fresh, it's young, and it is like, I'm gonna fuck shit up. Straight up. Like, I'm just gonna dive in there, I'm gonna go fast, I'm gonna tear it up. And the balance. Look at all of this balance with the red and the blue. Oh, God. It's the fire, you know, it's the creativity, it's the passion, it's the excitement, it's the expression, and it's the knowingness. The sacred masculine energy is becoming more prominent in the healing process, and it's helping the feminine heal a lot too. Because when healed masculine energy shows up, the feminine can just like be more, you know. And King of Cups is very like, he's a good space holder. He's emotionally stable. He can be in the current and allowing the things to move around and come up around and all that fun stuff. 6 of Cups. What are we reconnecting to? Five of Swords. Interesting that the cups and the swords fell on the same side. It was like King of Cups, 6 of Cups, Knight of Arrows, 5 of Arrows. Empress. This is a meeting of the masculine and feminine energies. And there's been a lot of friction over a long time, and this is part of the ancestral healing stuff, you know. This is why the mother line is coming up, and it's like the feminine is not just like pretty and flowers and lavish in like the forest. She's a warrior, you know. She's the one who creates and births things. Like, feminine energy is fucking savage, as can be masculine, and masculine can also be this really calm and caring and endearing space holder. Like, I have so many tingles. Being introduced to that for the first time has been really interesting for me. That's like a new development. But yeah, you guys, there's a lot of like masculine, feminine balance happening right now. And there's a lot of energy around like what feels good and what we're choosing to unite with and connect with. And then what does feel frustrating and how are we maneuvering that? How are we... 7 of Arrows, insecurity. So I feel like the frustration and the insecurity probably has a lot to do with any type of solar plexus wounding that you might have. So any type of feelings you have around not being able to be yourself or being abandoned or anything like that, it's just helping you build the strength so that you can move through change. Like you're getting pushed to just be yourself more and more and more. and trust in this intuitive power, trust in the person that's wanting and needing to show up. Ace of Cups. Are you shitting me? Any type of problems that come up right now, anything that feels frustrating, anything that doesn't feel aligned, anything that pokes at your insecurities, this is for you to alchemize and to just like empower the feminine energy within yourself more with it, and let that be like information for the masculine to use as well. But you guys are on the verge of totally new life coming in. Totally new life. This change and Ace of Cups card just feel really, it's really beautiful. It's taken a lot to get here. I hope that you guys know that like receiving this type of message means that you've done a lot of work, and you're literally going to receive the positive outcomes from it. Like you already are, and it's going to keep building. So I feel like this whole message is like, hey, let's come together and let's support each other in this. Let's like talk about our wins. Let's talk about what's happening that's good. Like for me personally, I've closed out a lot of really toxic cycles with myself, and like being able to relate to myself and being able to have relationships with others. So whether that's my family, my friends, or partners. And now that I've cleared out anything that doesn't feel good, and I'm talking like anything, I found myself, I'm like, wow, I'm in a place where like every person in my life feels good and supportive. And now I have someone showing up that is just showing up in a way that I was like, oh, like guys can do this. Not that I doubted it, but just for it to be happening to me and in such close proximity is very like, holy shit, you know, that feeling of like, this possibility exists. No matter what that ends up looking like, literally, right? Like, you know, you can have an idea in your head of like, this is the person that I want to be with, and this is the place I want to be, and this is the job I want to have. And it's shocking how fast some of those things change when one other aspect falls into place. So you just need to keep being true to yourself and trusting that what you need is going to come through. Bottom of the deck is Four of Wands. That is celebration, that is community, that is marriage, that is coming together, that is unity, that is happiness, that is joy. Like, you guys are literally manifesting abundance in all forms. And you're not just manifesting it, it is what you are here to experience. And you've done the work and you're doing the work, so it is coming back to you. Get ready to receive, bitch. Like, just allow yourself to be in a receiving state. Learn how to allow yourself to receive more and be in that feminine energy more. And let whatever masculine energy exists within and around you, create a support system for that feminine to just flourish and thrive and exist. Be open to receiving right now. I mean, fuck, I've been saying that kind of regularly, like I'm open and ready to receive, and I've been getting poured on. Yeah. I can't hide that I'm blushing, so I'm blown away by this reading. Y'all, this just goes to show me that like y'all are in this with me too, you know. I know I'm a relatively private person, and to see this and to be talking about it with you and to be sharing it with you just proves to me how connected and united we all are, and how important it is for all of us to like get in this space together and just share in it, you know, and like build each other up and love on each other and just, yeah, all the good things. So I hope that this reaches you all well. Please go ahead and check out all the links I have below. If you have any questions at all, comment, message me, email me, whatever, and let me know. Like, I would really appreciate if you could comment like one emoji that sums up how the reading went for you, and if you feel called, like share about what's coming up for you. Let's create like healthy community space. And I'm going to do that on multiple platforms, and we're going to bring it all together on the Awake page. But like, you know, let's just create space where we can come together on this stuff. It's really important. It's what I feel called to do, so I'm just going to keep fucking saying it. I deeply appreciate every single one of you, so thank you. Any type of interaction you take with this video is just aligned and supported, and I appreciate it. And I'm sending you all so much love. And if you want to book an individual reading with me, that link is down below too. So yeah, here's to a really fucking epic journey. I love y'all. Happy Monday. This is just when I'm recording this, so whenever, happy whatever day you watch this, and I'll talk with you soon.